somebody who can't ever really, you actually feel a fear of like, how am I going to say how I really feel? Like, I think about all of the women who are just constantly taking painkillers and getting massage, and all of that is beautiful self-care, and it's important. But your inner language and your inner way of communicating and the story that you're telling yourself, it can create so much muscle armoring in your body. And it's really hard to put your best face forward because you're working so hard to protect yourself. You're having to be 10 steps ahead. You're trying to think about what they're saying so that you can think about what to say in reaction to what they're saying, instead of just knowing you can take care of yourself. You don't have to be triggered by what they're saying. You don't have to be afraid of what they're saying. You're okay. And you're allowed to have an opinion, and you're allowed to express it. So as you learn to really practice this, and again, until you forgive yourself, until you learn to accept yourself, other people are always going to trigger you. They just are. Other people are going to scare you. Other people are going to trigger you, where you either feel really defensive or you get on the offense where you want to attack. And I'm telling you that as you start to forgive yourself and you learn to just start speaking your truth, you start navigating your life in a really emboldened way. Things actually begin to get easier and easier and easier. You don't have to plan. You don't have to be in a state of always, you can start to just go with the flow. Life becomes business. Everything becomes like a game of tennis or ping pong game. Back and forth, back and forth. We're playing a game. So, you know, is it next week? The 24th. I think it might be next Thursday, which is a business course. And it's a really amazing business course for all levels. Like if you're at a very high level of business, you'll hear things and you can ask questions, and we have our message forum that are at a higher level of doing business. But if you're just getting started, which I have a lot of women that start without having a business, they start that program and they start having so much clarity. And when they start to realize business is fun, it's fun to have conversations. You're not afraid. You're in a state of, they ask a question and you're so confident about what you're sharing and what you're selling or what your products or your services are. You're excited to share and you know what you're worth. And it's like I always say, it's like playing a game of tennis. Like you want to play with people who, you don't want to spike the ball at somebody and they're hiding. You want to play and they hit it back and you hit it back and you get better and better. So you have to surround yourself with people that are always sort of pushing you up, upping your game, wanting you to level up, wanting you to step higher into your power. You don't want to do business or have relationships with people who want to level you down, pull you down, make you doubt yourself, make you think twice about everything you do. You know, there was a time that Aaron, my husband, was more controlling, for sure. And I would literally go to write a post on Facebook and he'd go, no, don't write that. You shouldn't say that. And I just got to the point where I was like, I would write a broadcast to go to my database and he might say, why did you say that? Take that out, do that. Like, and I started doubting myself. Like, do I know? Like, and I had to actually get to the point where I was like, you know what you do? You do the books, you do the accounting, you pay all the bills, you do the da-da-da-da. There's things you do. This is my voice. This is my voice. And I have to have my voice. And that's what, so now he laughs and goes, oh, I couldn't stop her anyways. But he could. The truth is, if he could, and if he really, really did disagree with something, I would have to be open to say, well, tell me why you think that. Oh, maybe you're right. Sometimes it's good to have somebody else weigh in, but only if you know that they really are trying to lift you up. It's important to be discerning over, is this person really trying to, are they up here trying to lift me up? Or are they down here trying to push me up? Because if they're below me, how do they know? that I shouldn't be doing that. They're not even as empowered as I am. Why am I listening to someone that's worse off than me? I will listen to someone who's higher. And do you know what I mean by higher? I will listen to someone who's got it figured out. Then I would be like, they're reaching a hand down to pull me up. But why would I take advice from someone who's down here, constantly I'm trying to help you. Well, you're not. You're actually hurting me because you're not as empowered as I am. Why would I take marital advice from somebody that's single or can't maintain a relationship? Why would I do that? I would take marital advice from someone who's got a great marriage. They're up here. They can lift me up and help me see things from a higher perspective. Why would I take business advice from someone whose business is not doing that well? Why would I even ask for their opinion? Like, I don't mean that to be rude, but why would I? Why wouldn't I listen to someone who would weigh in and go, you know what you could do right now? And then I'd go, oh, that's really great. Thank you. You're pulling me up. So it's really important for you to think about where you're getting your advice from. But when someone does give you advice and it doesn't work with you, you still have to maintain that win-win conversation. Because let's be honest, when anger erupts, when someone has triggered you, when someone has said something to you or done something to you that really hits a hot spot. What does that mean when we say trigger? We all know this. It's literally you have almost like you have an outlet in your body, like a plug. And you have these raw places emotionally. You have stories you haven't healed. You have things that you don't like and you don't want anyone to bring attention to them. And somehow, sometimes certain people just know how to almost plug right into your hot button. The thing that hurts you the most, they just know exactly how to just plug into that. And what starts happening is they just start draining your energy from you. They're just taking power from you. And you are just slowly dimming your light, giving it away, giving it away, giving it away. So what we have to do is we have to heal all those hot spots so that no one can plug into you anymore and take your power from you. So every time you've got a trigger, every time you realize that kind of person pisses me off, or that kind of person pisses me off, or that's really, you have to realize those are hot spots for you. And it's not about that person. It's about what that person is doing to you emotionally. So the more healed you get, the less and less people can plug in and drain your energy. We can't give our power away anymore. And that's the truth. When you start to realize, only I can give my power away. And how do I give my power away? By letting people plug in. Plug into my emotional trigger. Now I'm in an exchange and I'm giving my power to that person. So you have to heal your stuff so no one can do that to you anymore.
Oh.